Football is back, people, and college football has been back for a few weeks, and that's the beginning of professional football returning, because that's what college football is these days. Name, image, and likeness deal, folks. Name, image, and likeness deal. The latest to chime in on the subject matter is Kevin Warren of the Big Ten, which is holding its media week this week in Chicago, Illinois, home of the Northwestern Wildcats. You want to include Chicago? That's where I did my quarter for. That's where I did all my classes for Northwestern Graduate School in Chicago, not in Medill, in just off of Lakeshore Drive, not in Evanston. But at any rate, I would say Chicago is the heart of Big Ten country, but we are too here in Los Angeles now.
El Segundo?
Uh-huh. And so Kevin Warren was asked about the name, image, and likeness deal and what he thinks of it and what can be done to rein it in, and this is what he said.
I'm a big proponent of name, image, and likeness. I am so grateful that many of our student athletes have been blessed with the ability to monetize their name, image, and likeness. That said, I am disappointed that we still have to operate with these various patchwork of laws from a state level standpoint. We need federal legislation to help put in some guardrails, to make it even more cleaner, to make sure these name, image, and likeness is not used as a recruiting inducement. So we have a lot of work to do, even from a political standpoint.
Yeah, you know what?
What is he talking about?
What he's saying is help us out, federal government, where it's, hey, look, Congress agrees on hardly anything these days, as you all know, even the simple stuff. Because they're all, half of them are trying to, run to their podcast microphones to try and tell us what they think so they can get a soundbite on Fox News. You know what? I don't think we're going to see any consensus on this subject matter. It's 105 degrees everywhere. There's a lot more important stuff for the federal government to figure out than how to figure out name, image, and likeness for a group of administrators who should, quite frankly, just figure it out themselves. And I've been telling you over and over again, I think that's where it's going to go. And the Big Ten is one of the leaders, and best, of this subject matter with USC and UCLA together. Come up with your own rules in the Big Ten and say, compete with us, SEC and ACC and everyone else. Come up with your own rules. And see if it passes muster with the Supreme Court at some point, where it might wind up. Be the leader on that front. Come up with your own rules. This is the way we're going to do it in the Big Ten. And then we're going to do that for the Big Ten Plus when more teams come in at some point, and then the Super Leagues begin. Come up with your own idea. Create your own Super Leagues and your own national championship playoff system. Don't wait for the federal government. Good Lord, that'll never happen.